Hey everyone, welcome to NPR episode 4, and we got some new stuff for you today. We got the news, we have a segment where Patrick and I are just going to go ahead and talk like a normal podcast, and we got the usual, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Boop-a-da-ba, NPR. Good day, everyone. I'm Jack with the news. I have some bad news. Ellen DeGeneres has contracted COVID-19. Please pray for Ellen. In other bad news, I'm getting a divorce. And in worse news, she's getting the kids. Oh, what's this? Breaking news. She's leaving me for Ellen. In good news, a whore of a wife has COVID-19. I'm Jack. This is the news. My life is ruined. Fun fact of the day. Queef is a vagina fart. Alright, Patrick, if you get this next word correct, you'll be the new Tri-State Area Spelling Bee champion. Your word is queef.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Queen Laquifa queefed.
Can I get the definition of the word, please?
A vagina fart. Would you like to hear a soundbite?
No, that will not be necessary. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and try to spell it. Q U E E F F Queef.
Okay, so my little brother Patrick, 16, single, ladies, has gotten a job at a coffee shop, and he's been learning a lot, and he's been learning the difference between all these different coffees and how to mix them. He's been dealing with customers, and so I thought I'd have him in here today to tell us about his experience, tell us a little bit about the difference between coffees, safety, and for those who didn't hear, I farted. And just give us a little insight on the world of barista. So, hey Patrick, how long have you been working at a coffee shop, and what's your favorite coffee drink?
So I've been working for about a month. I like cold brew. It's like coffee, but it's been strained finely and is sitting in a refrigerator for a long time.
Are you really a grumpy morning person if you don't have your coffee?
No. Where did you hear that?
No one. People have been talking, Patrick, and they say, don't talk to Patrick till he's had his coffee. He gets a little snippy.
Yeah. No, that's not true.
You ever still think about the word nippy? The word, like when it gets cold? Okay, actually think about this. We could make our own cold brew and call it Nippy Cold Brewed Coffee. Gets a little
would the logo be like a little?
It's a little nipple with coffee dripping out of it. It's a little nippy in here. That's what we could call it. It's a little nippy in here.
And it'd be a cold brew.
Yep. Yes. It's called
Nippy
Cold Brewed Coffee.
That would work.
I think it'd work really well. When do I start it? What is it called?
You can't say it. We're not allowed to.
I'll just bleep it out.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
It's being bleeped out. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about some fun facts about coffee that you learned. Okay.
That was funny. So when you're going to order a drink, just a quick tip. Not every coffee shop is Starbucks. I just want to get this off my chest. Don't roll up and say you want a Frappuccino venti motherfucker. Because we don't know what that is.
Listen, Starbucks is known for their venti motherfuckers. It's their most popular brand. We usually call
sponsored by Samuel L. Jackson.
We just usually call them VMFs, venti motherfuckers. But not every place has the copyright to that. Anyway, keep going.
So yeah, now let me talk about the difference between a few drinks. So there's lattes, which is espresso shots mixed in with a steamed milk. Usually you can get almond, soy, other kinds of milk. And then there's macchiatos, which is the same thing except the steamed milk goes first and the shots are on top and not mixed in for those people who like that smack of espresso.
That smack of espresso kind of just hits you right in the back of the throat.
Yeah, I make them sometimes, and people right in front of my face use the straw I give them to stir it up.
Mm-hmm.
Takes about an extra 30 seconds to make a macchiato because you gotta get it all in a different order without it looking.
Do you have any
like
weird
latte.
stories about people that have come up to you during your time at the window?
I got this one guy who came up and ordered like a black coffee, and then asked me if I'm groovy. To which I replied, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, how groovy? And I said, like, really, really groovy. And he was like, what word could describe how groovy you are? And I was like, bodacious. And he goes, right on. And then he handed me the money, and he goes, here's a few bucks and a few words. And he handed me a little paper that had a Bible verse on it.
Groovy.
And then he drove off, and I was afraid that he would haunt my dreams.
I hate how Christians nowadays are trying to be like hip. They're trying to be cool. Like they'll
Don't fool us, Christians. We know you're not.
We know what you're trying to do. You're trying to save our souls, and we won't have it. But no, like they'll hang out at coffee shops, and then like they won't. Like I remember when I went to college and I was trying to like make friends and join groups and stuff. I kept running into every group. We live in the Bible Belt, and I kept running into every group, and it was like Christian affiliated. Which like there's no problem with worshiping a demigod, but there I did have an issue where it was like not upfront about like what the purpose of it was. So one of my first experiences was there was like a flyer and it was like, come make like Korean sushi, which I didn't even know was like a thing. I thought it was just Japanese, but it was like I was like, that sounds really fun, and I need to like meet friends and stuff. So I like went to this place, and it was fun, and I had a good time like making it or whatever. And then they dimmed the lights, and they said, we ask you that you stay for just 1 minute because we have a word about, you know, the Korean Baptist Christian group that ran this event today. And I was like, whoa, like it didn't say this anywhere on the card. And so they dim the lights and the projector turns on and they start advertising joining their world-renowned, traveling, all Korean retelling of the crucifixion of Christ. So they had Korean Jesus, Korean Mary, Jesus, and Joseph. It was like an all-Korean cast, sung in all Korean. And I didn't even know Christianity had really gotten into Korea like that. And so they were like trying to pitch that to me, and so I had to sneak out that. And then there's another group where they're like, hey, it was like some normal, I forget what it was. They're like, we were watching like a movie or something. Like, oh, we're all gonna go to like Mochi, and like Mochi's like a frozen yogurt place. And so we went there, and then afterwards they all started talking about like, they're like, so how long have you been a follower of Christ? And I was like in the middle of eating my frozen yogurt, and I was like, I thought we were hanging out because we were friends. And then I could like never trust the groups again because it was like, there was never a moment of like, hey, my name's so-and-so. It was always like, and where did you find Christ at? So I don't know if your coffee experience is the same or if that was just me going on a tangent. But tell them about the Burger King guy.
Okay, so it was Christmas Eve, and I was working, and our AC was out. So it was 90 degrees. Everyone inside was a little hostile. And there was a dude that pulled up and was like, oh, it sure is toasty in there. And I was like, you don't say. And he started talking, and I knew he was going to be like chatty. And I thought, oh, maybe he's going to talk about the holidays, about me working on Christmas Eve as I was ringing him up. And instead, he goes, there's a new Burger King open down the street. And I go, oh, that's cool. Did you go? And he goes, no. Go, oh, and he goes, it's really busy though, and it's new. They just opened. I was like, oh, okay. He goes, I didn't think they'd have it open so fast. I was like, where are you going to go to it? And he goes, maybe. And then he just kept talking with the Burger King for the next few minutes. And he was like, all right, I'm going to go to Burger King now. Goodbye.
Okay, we're just going to end on there and enjoy the rest of the show. Patrick, maybe bring a little better material next time. Just kidding, buddy. Just kidding. Just a joke here on the show. Just kidding. And thanks for tuning in. This has been NPR.
And we'll see you next time.